Hey everybody, how's it going? Now, I literally just got back from work. Don't worry, I know this will look like every other normal video. Trust me, it's not. Daylight is right behind me. But one thing that is interesting and new is the fact that we got the director's letter for the newest update, right? And subsequently, I do have the update summary and stuff as well that got posted today on Twitter or X or whatever. Couple things though that I do want to definitely talk about and touch on is first the update was originally planned for title update 3 at the end of September. Due to the issues with sales of Wilds and the overall reception and response of it, they needed to change some stuff. They needed to make some adjustments and that sort of deal. So instead, what they did is they moved it up. Okay, so we're getting the update here tomorrow as of recording this. So I don't know if I'll be able to get into it right away as far as playing it, but at some point I will, and I'm pretty excited because a lot of these changes are very interesting and cool. One of them, and this is the low point for me. Gonna be honest here. They are expanding in-game content, not the way I wanted, which was to expand more on the story aspect of the game, such as like giving us end credits. I have not finished the game, technically speaking, even though in the videos we are done. We have beat Zoshia. I don't know what to tell you. So, what they're doing instead is they're adding a higher level of difficulty in Quest, which is going to be the 9-star monsters. Now, the 9-star monsters do come out when you are Hunter rank 100. All right. So anything below that, guess what? You got to wait, which I don't think is going to be too big of an issue, right? And as you can see, here's the list right here. You get Gormagala, Arkfeld, Raydown, Mizune, Lagiacris. Yes, Lagiacris. I will fight people if they use what they use in Wilds. That is incorrect. I will fight people. Seregios, Neudra, Uthana, and Jindahad. With the 9-star monsters, they are adding a new mechanic to it as well, which you will see and will play definitely big into a lot of people's builds, is the new item Glowstones. As you can see on screen right now, they're appraisal items, and what that basically turns out into is a complete RNG role of skills, right? According to this, it's both weapon skills and armor skills, along with slots. Now, as far as I understand, the slots, again, my understanding is a quick skim through this because I'm very short on time today. But the equipment skills that you get, right? XYZ. And then the gem slots that you can get is either for armor or weapon, right? I don't know if you can necessarily get both. I think. I don't know. I'll have to read some more into this later, but that's essentially the gist of it is that we get expanded on talismans. Also, these are not upgradable with the smithy currently right now in the game and also in Worlds and I think Rise as well. With talismans, they are a specific and unique type of equipment that you can build at the smithy. They are for more or less of a better way to put it or a simpler way to put it is just they give you a skill point or skill points, right? So attack boost, defense boost, constitution, crit boost, all that sort of stuff. It's just a skill point that's not tied to armor. That's it. 9-star monster adjustments. They will be going more into this, from what I understand, with the title update 3, I think. They have to work out a few more things as well with interactions and stuff between the monsters themselves and the overall world. So there'll be a little bit of that as well. The another one too that comes up that's really big is they're going to do a whole bunch of weapon balance changes. So in title update 2, long sword, sword and shield, dual blades, hunting horn, hammer, lance, gun lance, switch axe, charge blade, heavy bowgun, and bow all got buffs, I believe, if I remember correctly. They all got buffs. In this one here, they're going to be focusing again, or the buffs are going to be more geared towards great sword, long sword, sword and shield, dual blades, hunting horn, lance, switch axe, charge blade, gun, insect glaive, light bow gun, heavy bow gun. The ones that so gun lance and bow do get changes as well, but they're bug fixes. So not necessarily buffs or debuffs. It's just bug fixes. They could end up being buffs. Don't know yet. Um, they do say here in the overall direction, in previous updates, we aimed for greater diversity in hunting styles and equipment builds, including equipment with elemental properties. We performed balance adjustments, including some downward adjustments to ensure no single strategy was overly effective against monsters introduced later on. However, this resulted in some hunting styles becoming less viable and certain weapon types experiencing lower than intended viability. We apologize for the results and that we did not communicate our balancing intentions clearly, though. So, I do believe in some of the recent analytics that came out with weapon usage and stuff. There were some weapons that were definitely low. Um, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but there was one specific weapon that had a pretty sizable difference between last place and the next. So, one of the deals for sword and shield, charge blade, light bow gun, heavy bow gun, they'll just be revisiting some of those downward adjustments that they made in Title Update 2. So maybe decreasing that debuff, giving them a little bit more power, a little bit more life, right? Um, with the other weapons, though, they'll be performing upward adjustments. So we're expecting a little bit of some buffs, some new number adjustments. I think for the greatsword, I do believe we will be getting damage buff on the true charge slash. So that'll be very welcomed. Very welcome. But on this one here, performing upward adjustments for weapons like the greatsword and insect lays as well, which previously had not been the subject of balance changes. So I do want to go over those two. I already brought up the greatsword. So for the greatsword in particular, right? They have here made it easier to chain into tackle from combos such as strong wide slash, to true charge slash, and then tackle to true charge to TCS. I can't say anything else. It's TCS. And side blow to strong charge. Leaping wide slash now change faster into side blow. A lot of what it boils down into is the greatsword, albeit still a heavy hitter of a weapon, wasn't necessarily up to the level that they wanted. So it's getting faster. It's getting able to hit harder. The other one as well is insect glaive, right? So there's relaxed offset detection, the making it easier to trigger offset attacks. Invulnerability window when vaulting backwards has been increased, so we're actually able to, have a dodge mechanic in air. Increase the distance when vaulting backwards, granted by the skill evade extender. Strong raw damage with the reaping slash and dodge slash has been increased. Overall, they're allowing it to basically just have a bit more presence. I know Insect Glaive has had quite a bit of changes from the introduction of it. Worlds Rise. Right now in Wilds, it's very much a ramping weapon to where you start the match or you start the hunt on the ground, and by the time you're probably flying through the air permanently. I know that is very jarring for a lot of people being old mains of Insect Glaive. Hopefully with these changes, they make it feel less awkward and they actually make it feel a little bit more to what it's originally intended for, which is the high mobility, flying through the air acrobatics and stuff. I don't think we're going to get quite the same as we did in the past, but hopefully there's a little bit of some change happening. The last thing that I did want to go over, aside from the release date, which is coming out on the 13th, they did have on here required space and then current update only, right? So PlayStation 5, 3 gigabyte, Xbox is 2 gigabyte, which odd, I guess. The big one though is on Steam, right? So they have on here approximately 2 gigabyte update with high resolution texture pack, approximately 6 gigabyte total, right? I wonder if a part of that is going to hopefully attempt to address some of the issues that computer has been having with performances and stuff like that. I don't know. We don't know at all, but hopefully something will come out of it. So that's all I could say. I will be more or less keeping you guys posted with more stuff that I find. I do hope that this overall update and set of changes kind of helps breathe a little bit more of a stable life back into the game. It's not the fact that the game's dead, but numbers have dropped. In fact, they've dropped to the point where now the financials of Capcom are starting to show it too. So hopefully, here's the whole thing. So I'll end it there. Take care. See you in the next episode. Bye.